fellow student. As a part of our subject Plane and Solid Geometry, today, me and my groups are going to discuss the Lesson 13, Similar Solids. And now, let us hear Moxin Pandapatan Alil, Rowena Aminola, and Beverly Hope Antulin for sharing of what they understand about our topic.
Good day everyone! So ngayon, pag-uusapan natin kung ano ba ang similar solid. So before that, pag-uusapan natin yan ay tingnan muna natin kung ano ba ang objectives namin. So first is demonstrate what is similar solid. Second one is be able to understand similar solid. And third one is provide example to illustrate similar solid. So ngayon, ano nga ba ang similar solid? So ang similar solid are the solid with the same similar faces and whose corresponding angle are called similar solid. So ang similar solid daw is yung may same similar faces at may whose corresponding angle ay yun ang tinatawag na similar solid. So sa area, yung A dyan ay stand for corresponding area. At saka yung H dyan na maliit at malaki ay yun ang tinatawag na corresponding side. So sa volume naman, ang symbol naman is yung V dyan at saka yung V na maliit or malaki, tinatawag din niya corresponding volume. At saka yung H naman dyan ay corresponding size. So para mas maunawaan natin, so tignan muna natin yung ano masasabi ng mga kasamahan ko at nagbigay din sila ng example para dito. So ito lang po.
Good day everyone, I will be talking about similar solid. Similar solid are those that have the same shape but not the same size, which means corresponding segments are proportional and corresponding faces are similar polygons. It means two solids with equal ratios of corresponding linear measure are called similar solids. And the common ratio is called the scale factor of one solid to another solid.
Good day, I'm Emeline Arroyo. I'm going to discuss what is similar solids. We always see similar solids around us. We might not notice them sometimes, but similar solids are also seen in nature. The pictures show the famous hills of Bohol. Their hills are approximately similar to inverted cones. Solids with the same number of similar faces similarly placed and whose corresponding angles are equal are called similar solids. There are many problems in engineering and architecture involving similar solids. There are many problems involving similar figures which can be solved by using the properties of similar figures. The relationship, their corresponding parts, and the relation of the areas and volumes to corresponding parts of similar figures. The ratios of corresponding sides of similar solids are equal. In symbols, small h over capital H is equals to small x over capital X equals to small y over capital Y. The common ratio is called scale factor of one solid to the other solid. The areas, bases, lateral area, or surface area of similar solids have the same ratio as the squares of any pair of corresponding sides. In symbols, small a over capital A is equal to small h squared over capital H squared, where small a and capital A are the corresponding areas, and small h and capital H are the corresponding sides. The volume of similar solids have the same ratio as the cube of any pair of corresponding sides. In symbols, small v over capital V is equal to small h cubed over capital H cubed, where small v and capital V are the corresponding volumes and small h and capital H are the corresponding sides.
Good morning, everyone. This is one of the example of similar solids. Decide whether the two solids are similar. If so, compare the surface area and volumes of the solids. We have two cubes, the small cubes and the bigger cubes. Find the ratios of corresponding linear measures. Lengths: 3 divided by 6, where 3 is the length of small cubes and 6 is the length of bigger cubes, is equals to 1/2. Widths: 2 divided by 4, where 2 is the width of small cubes and 4 is the width of bigger cubes, is equals to 1/2. And height: 2 divided by 4, where 2 is the height of small cubes and 4 is the heights of bigger cubes, where is equals to 1/2. Because the ratios of corresponding linear measures are equal, the solids are similar. Thank you.
Good day, ma'am. I am Nera R. Calvo from BSED Mathematics, Set C, first year. And our topic for today is the example of similar solid. And I will give you a sample and I will discuss you. Two cylinders are below if the ratio of the areas is 8/20. What is the height of the taller cylinder? So this is the cylinder. The smallest cylinder is the height 16. The tallest cylinder is question mark because this is our problem and finding. So we need first to discuss the scale, and I will give you a formula of scale. Scale A over B or scale A over B square root. Solve for scale. We need to solve the scale. So I will teach you how to solve the scale. Use the formula. Scale A over B square root. So the A is 8. So we need to copy the 8. 8. And B is 20. And we need to copy the 20 over 20. And square root. Square root. What is the square root of 8? It's 2. What is the square root of 20? Is 5. So this is our scale. This is our scale. Next, we need to solve the height or the main problem to find. The main problem. Height. Solve for height. Height. First is the scale. Formula. Scale over 20. Scale A over B square root and the what is the smallest cylinder and the highest. Now, what is the scale? Our scale is 2.2 over 5. 2 over 5 is equals to, what is the number of the smallest cylinder? The smallest cylinder is 16. So we need to copy the 16. And what is the highest cylinder? Question mark. So we need to copy the H. And cross multiplication. 2 times H is equals to 2H. And 5 times 16 is equals to 80 over 2. Cancellation. Cancel the 2, cancel the 2, and 2 divided by 80 equals to 40. Copy the H. Our height of the highest cylinder is 40. This is the highest height of the cylinder. So our cylinder is 40. Our smallest is 60 and the highest is 40. Thank you. I hope you understand. Thank you for watching.
Example, are the two rectangular prisms similar? So the two rectangular prism will be similar if all of their corresponding sides, like 4 and 6, or 3 and 4.5, or 5 and 7.5 are in the same ratio. So we should test all the three ratios to see if they reduce to the same number, to see if the ratios are equivalent. So we'll test 6 over 4 and see what that equals and compare it to 4.5 over 3. And finally, compare that to 7.5 over 5. Now, if you change all of this to decimals, you find that they all equal 1.5, or in fraction, 3 over 2. So that means all these ratios are equivalent, and because all the corresponding sides are the same, then these two rectangular prisms are similar.
So, I hope na lahat ng ginawa namin ay lumabas or may natutunan kayo. So, ito yung objective namin. First is demonstrate what is similar solid. Then, second one is be able to understand. I hope na naunawaan nyo. And then, provide example to illustrate what is similar solid. So, ayun po. So, I hope na naunawaan nyo yung similar solid. So, maraming salamat sa panonood.